How do you feel? Can you move? Slowly now. You've been through an ordeal. Take a few moments to collect yourself. Like you, I'm a prisoner in this place. Yet so much more. I am the past and the future, both. I am despair and hope. The tapestry we weave is a complex one. You cannot hope to see its pattern in its entirety. Not yet. You must rescue me, and I, in turn, must rescue you. You must escape from this cell, take up arms, and protect yourself. Then find Lyris Titan.
You there! We are escaping. Let me open your door. That's it! Quickly! You must escape before the guards return! Everyone, quickly!
Quickly, follow Urducine. There are weapons in the forge beyond these cells. Arm yourself.
Grab something to defend yourself from the rats. Don't be greedy. We have a lot of prisoners to arm.
Enemy approaches. Strike it down. Do not slow Vestige. With the passing of time, any indecision becomes decision. Another enemy blocks the path ahead. Dispatch it quickly.
Whoa there! Are you all right? I heard fighting. You've got more meat on your bones than most of these poor bastards, and I see you've armed yourself. Good. I hope you've still got some fight left in you. You're going to need it. A fellow prisoner. The name's Lyris. What? Who told you to find me? The Prophet. He spoke to you? What did he say? Ha, that sounds like the Prophet, all right. He's a prisoner here too. It was very dangerous for him to speak to you, even for a moment. You must think you can help me. Break him out, of course. Believe me, I can use all the help I can get. That blind old man is the only person alive who can help us get back home. Tamriel's a long way from here. Keep your weapon ready and stay sharp. This place is full of surprises. I'm sure you do. And I'll answer them as best I can. He's a strange one, no doubt about it. But he's the wisest man I've ever met. He sees things. The past, the future. If he told you to find me, he must have had a very good reason. You're obviously not in Tamriel anymore. Think of the most miserable, depressing place you've ever been in your life. That's paradise compared to Cold Harbor. And to top it off, well, there's no easy way to say it. You're dead. I don't know. Once we rescue the Prophet, he can tell you about the gods and the ways of Oblivion. I don't understand any of it myself. A man named Manamarco. His worm cult is doing some kind of ritual back in Tamriel. They sacrificed you and everyone in this prison to the Daedric Prince Molag Bal. After you died, whatever was left showed up here. They call you the Soul Shriven. It means you're a slave and you'll spend the rest of eternity here in Cold Harbor, working under the lash of the Daedra. Unless, of course, you come with me. No, I wasn't sacrificed. The Prophet and I were brought here conventionally, if that makes any sense. But we're prisoners here, same as you. We need to make our way through the Ashen Mines to get to the enclosure where the Prophet's being held. It won't be easy. The place is watched by magical constructs called Sentinels. We won't stand a chance unless we can blind them. I'll tell you more when we get there. And we'll never get there if we don't get moving. The Ashen Mines are dangerous, but they aren't as heavily patrolled as the other routes out of the prison.
Lyris Titanborn is a mighty and noble warrior. Trust in her. Courage is prestige. Confidence is a beast that grows two heads by each that is cut off. Lose heart, Destiny. You are close now.
We made it. quickly. While he's blinded, we must get to the Prophet's cell. The Prophet's enclosure isn't far. Let's go. Target practice? Hermamora's wagging tongue. The door's warded. We'll never get in this way. Damn it. Destroying the Sentinel must have triggered these wards. We'll need to find another way in. Maybe Cadwell can help us. Cadwell is the oldest of the Soul Shriven. After years of torment, Soul Shriven usually go insane and turn feral. But not Cadwell. He was already insane before he left Tamriel. Mad as a box of frogs, but completely harmless. You'll see. Cadwell sees things as he wishes them to be. To him, Cold Harbor is a wondrous place. It's his home. And he knows it like the back of his hand. He's usually down by the river. Let's go find him.
One fine day in the middle of the night, two dead kings got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other.
Hello, what's this? Out for a stroll, then? Lovely day for it. Sir Cadwell, yes, indeed, a pleasure. And fair Lyris, good to see you, my dear. How are you, then? Oh dear, well, that is inconvenient, isn't it? Tell you what, I happen to know another way in. Much more of a scenic route. Rather a fun little jaunt, actually, full of traps and corpses and nasty beasties filling up the bits in between. Rather cautiously, I expect. Watch your step, hold your nose, and do mind the traps. There'll like as not be a fair dose of running and skull bashing as well. Follow the river. You'll find the door to the Undercroft at the water's end. Once you're inside, stick to the light, and you'll find a ladder that will take you right up to the Prophet straight away. Do give him my best. Best of luck. Do check in now and again, won't you? Well, there's not much to tell, is there? It's the same old pish-tosh, gallant knight, epic quests, rescued maidens. I came to this land when my head was quite unceremoniously separated from my body. Bad luck, that, but you make the best of things. Oh, quite a long time. In fact, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if I was the oldest of the soul-shriven, of those who didn't go feral, that is. I know every tunnel and path, every nook and cranny. The others look up to me, I suppose. Ah, Lyris, girl's as mad as sheer Gorus jammies. Heart's in the right place, I suppose. Says she's got to rescue the Prophet to save us all from eternal torment. How an old blind man could do that is quite beyond me. An imperial gentleman. Apparently he was once a powerful mage, but the years haven't been kind. Lyris says he knows of a path back to Tamriel. I rather think that if one existed, I'd have found it by now. I hadn't actually given it much thought. Anything's possible, I suppose. Truth is, I've been here so long, this place feels like home. But a good uprising now and again is a pleasant diversion, so where's the harm, eh?
Thieving hawkers! The Prophet's cage should be just ahead. Quickly now, we haven't much time. All right. The good news is we made it here in one piece, and the Prophet looks unharmed. Now the bad news. It's going to be up to you to keep him safe and get him back to Tamriel. I'm not going with you. I probably should have mentioned this before, but it never seemed like the right time. There's a trick to opening the cell. The only way for a prisoner to leave is for another living soul to take their place. I need to swap places with the Prophet. Believe me, I wish there was, but I don't see anyone else here with a beating heart, do you? If Molag Bal isn't stopped, he'll destroy everyone and everything we've ever loved. The Prophet chose you for a reason. Get him to safety. I'll be fine. There are magical locking devices on either side of the cage. You need to deactivate both of them so I can begin the transfer. Once it's done, get moving. The Prophet will know where to go, but he'll need your eyes and your protection. I give myself that the Prophet might be free!
Thank the Divines you are safe. There is that at least. Lyris sacrificed everything that we might go free. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. I wish that were possible, but I promise you, once we escape Cold Harbor, we will find a way to rescue her together, Vestige. That is the name I have given you. You are but a trace of your former self, a soulless one, an empty vessel that longs to be filled. It is as the scrolls foretold, but not exactly as I imagined. That is what I've come to be called. My true name is lost even to me. Years of torment have taken their toll. Quickly now, we must make haste to the anchor. The anchors are Daedric machines of the darkest magic. Their chains bind our world and pull it towards Cold Harbor. I can use one of these anchors to return us to Tamriel, but you must lead me to it.
The insects fight back. How amusing! And yet, so very sad.
The Dark Anchor's portal is high above us. I will prepare a spell to lift us to it. But first you must reattune yourself to Nirn in order to regain your physical form. To do this, you will need a sky shard. A shard of ethereal magicka that carries the essence of Nirn. Some link them to Lorcan, the missing god of creation. If you collect and absorb its power, it should restore your corporeal form. I will summon one of these shards for you to absorb. Shard of Aetherius, fall upon us now and anoint us with your blessing. There, quickly, collect the sky shard. It is time. If we are to return to our own realm, we must act quickly. First, you must activate the anchor. I can sense the dark energy emanating from 2 devices on either side of me. Activate both devices. I will begin the ritual that will pry open the jaws of oblivion and allow us to escape. There is no way to know for sure. In fact, it's extremely unlikely we will both arrive at the same location. Fear not, I will find you again when the time is right. Now go! Activate the devices. Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, your children are lost in the fog between worlds. They cry out for mercy. Hear my voice, Akatosh. I require your strength. Let the way be opened. Let these wandering souls return home. Let the will of Moloch Baal be denied. Hurry! We must go now! The vestige awakens once again. Come here. We must speak. As I feared, we arrived in different locations. I am in a city of industry where men speak of intrigues and plots beneath layers of innuendo and pleasantry. It matters not. You have awakened once again, and we must set you on your path. The voyage between worlds was both chaotic and violent. It deposited us in Tamriel, but some distance apart, and quite unceremoniously upon our heads. I lost consciousness myself for a time. For the time being, your journey must continue without me. Venture outside, explore this new place and learn what you can. Expose the agents of Moloch Baal, wherever you find them, for their means are perfidious, and their scheming ever present. I cannot foresee that, not yet. But we will meet again. There is still much we need to accomplish. Remember, the agents of Moloch Baal are everywhere. Tread carefully. You were pulled from the sea by a crew of miscreants and scoundrels, but I sense no true malice in their hearts. It may serve you to aid them, and to better understand their struggle. They spoke of a leader called Khalid. She appears to be the captain of this vessel. It seems likely that she is either on board or very nearby. When I found a safe haven, I will contact you again. Until then, be safe.
I'm sick of this island, Colleen. I should be in Betnik, visiting my people.
Think, Lambor. How will we get there
Hungry?
without a crew?
Speak to the captain. She's the one who likes to talk.
Look at that, Lambor. Our half-drowned friend is up and about. We weren't sure you'd make it. Really? I just fished you out of the water. Master Kassan got you breathing again. The important thing is you're alive. But if you're feeling grateful, I could use some help. A job. Anyone who helps is going to get rich. Right now, I need a fresh face. Someone this island's butcher in charge, Headman Bosek, doesn't know and won't stop. Basically, you recruit the folks I need, you get a cut of the take. Interested? The 3 folks I need are crafty Larissa, Jakarn, and Naramo. Any or all of them would do. He's a thief, but he's the best there is. He'd be a big help in the heist I have planned. Problem is, he robbed Bosek. Nobody robs Bosek. He's been tossed into the grave under Bosek's palace. There's an entrance off the river under the palace. Watch out for traps and the other prisoners. They're all murderers down there, the worst scum on the island. That's the grave. You can leave anytime you want, if you can get out alive. The Screaming Mermaid's just up the road, and they've always got good rum. Just keep a grip on your coin purse, or you'll be a beggar by day's end. Bosek's thugs, the bloody fists. Cross one, you cross them all, and Bosek will have your head on a pike faster than you can say, "Please, don't put my head on a pike!" Also, Bloody Bosek, or Headman Bosek, as he calls himself now. He took over the palace years ago, killed the old ruler and took his place. His thugs, the Bloody Fist, keep order in Port Hunding. You don't want to cross Bosek. Captain Helene, but she's worse than Bosek. Her sea drakes run Saint's Port south of here, biggest band of murderers on the sea. Bosek and Helene tolerate each other. Neither's ready for a war, yet. Deserted, the traitors. See, there's a fortune to be made from Breton galleons. Thing is, King Farharajad called for an end to it now that we're all part of the Daggerfall Covenant. Of course, as a loyal Redguard, I obeyed. Ruler of the Redguard people, now king among equals in the Daggerfall Covenant. King Farharajad would have us raid the ships of our enemies, not our allies. There is wisdom in that. If by disagreed you mean tried to kill us, then yes. Bunch of bloody mutineers. Lambor, myself, and a few others ran them off the ship, but word spread. No one here wants to sail with a captain who won't raid Bretons.
You're not one of Bosek's bloody fists. Lucky for you.
Hail.
Hail.
That old fool won't find me here. Time for a nap. Whatever it is, I didn't do it. Who knows? Naramo, I guess, but not me. I'm only here on Bosek's orders, to make sure the elf does his job. I never agreed to dig around in the sand for mad dwarf toys. Be my guest. Go talk to Naramo. I'm sure he'll be delighted to offload more of his task onto someone else.
Miraculous. To think that the Dwemer of Old Volenfell settled as far as Stros M'Kai. My brother and I have scoured the ruins' exterior for some time now, but we have never been able to get inside. Several reasons. One is that Headman Bosek commissioned me to explore the ruins. A fascinating aspect of Dwemer ruins are the ancient mechanisms to be found inside. Bosek thinks to use them in Port Hunding. I need to get inside to investigate. An excellent suggestion. I believe this automaton can unseal the door, if it can be reassembled and controlled. I have its control rod, but 2 focusing crystals seem to be missing. Find them, and I'll do the rest. I've reassembled the spider, but I must be able to control it. That reminds me. Did you find the crystals? Splendid. Now, I just insert them into the rod like so. By the way, I hope you can destroy this mechanism if it attacks us. Let's see here. It works! I knew it would, of course. Into the tunnel you go. Now to get that door open. At long last, the Sark. Come, we'll talk of our next move inside. As you see, Headman Bosek's trust in my skills was not misplaced. Nor was my faith in your prowess. Despite the age of these ruins, I suspect the usual defenses are in place. As I am averse to danger, would you explore the ruins to locate any Dwemer generators inside? Oh, I suppose I'm the only one who calls them that. Independently apportioning Dynamo Core is a mouthful, but the Dwemer built them to last for generations. I say generators to honor their enduring nature. This control rod will keep our new friend loyal to you. I suspect the generators have been damaged over the years. You'll need to escort the spider to each and bid it to repair them. Excellent work. Bithzark, as you see, we are not the first to enter Bithzark. In truth, I accepted Bosek's request to explore these ruins only because they contain something I want. Something I believe others died trying to obtain. Knowledge is the greatest treasure. The Dwemer guarded their secrets as a king protects his gold. In Bithzark, the Dwemer hid a set of schematics, mechanical drawings that I greatly desire to possess. An easy task. Those earlier explorers likely retrieved them, only to find themselves sealed inside Bithzark through some treachery. Their misfortune is our gain. We must find where they perished. There may be more constructs waiting on the other side of this door. You go first. So, someone took them. I doubt they escaped. These writings could prove crucial to understanding. My brother should be able to decipher these. Interesting. Can you look at I'll meet up with you shortly. There you are. I was just coming to, help you. I hope you found what we were looking for. The schematics are mine at last! Splendid! This places me in your debt. I have an idea how I can repay you.
What is it?
Be strong.
I got 20 on the little guy.
My poor Jakan. I don't want to think about what they're doing to him down there. He's a prince. He doesn't belong in the grave. It's beneath the palace, and anyone thrown in dies there. Jakan said the guards are brutal, and the other prisoners are worse. Traps, guards, and other prisoners prevent that. Jakan said there are rows and rows of traps, and everyone down there, except for Jakan, is a vicious murderer. No one's ever gotten out. My poor Jakan. Yes, from Westry. How I longed to travel there with him. He described it as bright, beautiful, and full of life. What kind of a question is that? My true love has been cast into a dark pit to die. If I thought I could get past the traps, I would go in after him. I can always buy another dress.
You're not a guard. You have to help me. Well, that's perfect. Get me out of here and I'm at your service. You'll find me a man of many talents. If I found a handsome guy locked in a cell, I'd free him. Is that really important right now? Sure, I took that gem, but he took it from some poor merchant. Tossed him in here to die. Can't steal from a thief, can you? I owe you for this. Thanks. Now, let's get out of here. You first.
Face!
Can't go that way. Irians out there. Oh, and guards. I saw many guards. Look, let's slip out a side exit. That way we can both keep our heads. Thanks for breaking me out back there. Listen, while you're in a heroic mood, want to help me get something I left with the goblins? I figure if you want something kept safe, give it to the goblins. They'll watch it for free. They're too stupid to trade it, and they'll kill anyone who tries to take it. Here's the thing. You went through a lot of trouble to free me, right? There's no way you'll let me get eaten by goblins. So you, my good friend, will follow me to their mine. Yeah? This way.
Damn you, the murdering goblins. Goblins, they're gonna kill us all. They killed everyone. My brothers and our 5 guards. They speared me good, left me for dead. I crawled here after they left. Their new king's got them all riled up, ready to attack Port Hunding and wipe out the town. Kill their king! They won't attack the town without him to lead them. Bring me his crown so I know the bastard's dead. I'll try to make it to town, unless the goblins kill me first. I just need to gather my strength and hobble back to town. Get that goblin king and bring me his crown if you can. We actually went looking for them, if you can believe that. We'd heard they had a new king and he was stirring up trouble. We figured we could handle them, but there were too many for us. No good. Bosek'll never believe it. He's a suspicious bastard, and will think we're trying to trick him somehow. He'd have our heads on pikes. I'm too fond of my head to risk it. I'll try to make it to town. I'm too injured to be any good to you. And if the goblins catch me out here, I'm dead.
store everything on the upper level. You're not keeping score. This is the part where I trust you. This is the part where I trust you. I'll kill the goblins in the scaffolding in the next room. You grab the gem. It's in a chest on the floor. There's a passage on the far side. Take that and meet me outside. If something goes wrong, regroup at the inn in town. You outside.
Over here. I have a question for you. What were you doing in the mine? And did you see a scummy Breton up there? Yakarn. He's a liar and a thief. He stole a gem from headman Bosek. Now, if the gem came back, Bosek might let him live. Can you help me, or not? I knew you were a smart one. Smarter than Yakarn. You just saved his life. If you see him again, tell him to leave this island and never come back.
This is the last time he does this to me. I hope you're not here to kill goblins. If you are, we'll have a problem. My friend is in that camp. Mark. He's lost his mind. The goblin stole Mark's special brew. Expensive stuff. Losing it broke him. He went mad and ran off to join his tribe. Crazy, isn't it? He's mad as a Bosmer. Won't listen to a word I say. I'll make you a deal. Find Mark, convince him to come back. I'll trade you some gold and we'll both walk away happy. Start by looking for Mark's special brew. If any is left, the smell might make him slightly less crazy. Fermentation, flowers, a number of other things you don't want to know about. Tastes like honey but kicks like a horse. If he sold it, he'd be rich, but he just drinks it all.
away!
Brew. Yes. Where did you get it? That smell. Wait. Where am I? What am I wearing? I remember now. Too much root pulp. Less kick, more crazy. Grubby was right. I'm out of my gourd.
Who? Go away!
Brew. I remember. I'm not spending another minute in this camp. Thank you, friend.
Where's Mark? Did he listen to you? You gave him... Damn! He ran off to drink it all himself, didn't he? I have to get back to town. Take this, and thank you, friend. That fool better have saved some for me.
Did you do it? Did you kill the Goblin King? By Kain, you did it. I've been expecting them to attack the town any minute. Bosek tossed me out when I tried to warn him. Said he'd have my head if I didn't shut up. He'll never know you saved his town for him. If it's not goblins, it'll be something else tomorrow. I swear this town is cursed. They kicked me out. They heard Bosek threatened me. They don't want to risk his fists storming in to arrest me.
Bastard! If you're looking for that bastard Jakan, he's at the tavern with a Redguard girl. I overheard him telling a Redguard girl he'd whisk her off to Sentinel, that he was a ship captain. She swooned like a fool, like I did. I'd tell the headman where he's hiding if I didn't hate the headman more. I need off this island.
Hi there. Glad to see you made it out. Well, that's a shame. Still, getting Muglurkle off my trail is a good trade. She's relentless. I'll be honest, I'm just a little hurt. But since you saved my life, we'll call it even. Seeing as it's you asking, sure. If she's planning a job, I'm in. All I ask is a trip off this rock after it's over.
You! Hey, you! Hey there. Need any help? Hey, you! Yeah, you!
Weaving.
Ha! I didn't think I'd ever find you. You move around. I'm Nicolene. I work for Captain Colleen. She sent me to find you, see if you'd had any luck recruiting for our heist. Looks like you're already making new friends. Then listen. Just so you know, we're set up in a hideout near the docks. Come find us when you finish recruiting. Look for Lambour outside the door. There's 3 folks Captain Colleen wants to help with her heist. Crafty Larissa, Jakarn, and Naramo. She told me about him. Who do you want to know about? She's in Saintsport. The Sea Drakes lured her ship onto the rocks. Those bastards really know how to ruin your day. It's south of Port Hunding. Look for the big lighthouse.
Jakarn's gorgeous. He could rob me anytime.
I don't believe a word Jakarn says. But there's just something about him.
I don't really believe he's a captain. He looks so good, I don't care.
Good to see you back in one piece. Hey, the captain's looking for you. Thanks to your work, we can go ahead with the heist. We've even got a few extra sailors clamoring to join our crew. You should talk to the captain upstairs.
You're back! Found anyone else to help us with the heist? Ha! I knew you'd get it done. Who needs the old crew, those traitors, when we've got you helping us?
Waiting rots my limbs and wearies my mind.
There's scum over there. They just lure ships onto the rocks and strip the wrecks.
All true. Yet at least we would earn coin.
You go if you want. I'm staying here and waiting for a ship.
Peace, Lord.
Thanks to you, we've actually got a chance to pull this off. After we hit Bosek's palace, we're done here. Are you sure you're ready to leave? If we're going to do it right, we'll need Jakarn, Naramo, and crafty Larissa. She's an old friend, captain of the Maiden's Breath. She's also a master of disguise. We can use that. The Sea Drakes use their lighthouse tricks to run her ship aground near Saintsport. Rescue her, and she might join us. You won't spot her. She stays well hidden. Your best bet is to look for her monkey, Howler. They're never far apart.
It's a wonderful day for a sailing trip, isn't it, friend? Especially if it gets me off this rock before Bosek chops off my head.
I'm tired of sitting here, Maloro. We should head to Saintsport.
Why?
This waiting rots my limbs and wearies my mind.
There's scum over there.
need help. Help! Help me. They're after me. The sea drakes. When it gets foggy, like last night, they play tricks with the lighthouse, lure ships aground. The Maiden's Breath, my ship, they lured us in and wrecked us. Drowned or captured. Captain Larissa's looking for them. You heard of crafty Larissa, right? Anyway, I'm through. No more sailing for me. You want to find the captain, just look for her monkey, Howler.
Oh, you aren't at all what I was expecting. Let's talk. What brings you to this trash pit? Sneak up on you? It's what I do. Now answer my question. What are you doing here? Oh, charming. The Maiden's wrecked on the sandy shore. As for crafty Larissa, you found her. Just in time, too. Captain Helene's Sea Drakes have my crew. I won't leave without them. Help me rescue them, and I'll owe you a favor. We're going to disguise my crew as Sea Drakes. Take these clothes. Look for a portly Breton, a sour Redguard, and a big orc. The Drakes are keeping them in the large buildings. Once they're out, meet me by Helene's ship. Look for hampers with clothes, or kill a Sea Drake and take theirs. Put on their clothes and you'll look just lovely. Oh, do watch out for the Sea Drakes with torches. They're not drunk. If you get too close, they'll spot you and alert the others. Remember, you can take clothes from hampers or off-dead Sea Drakes.
It's in everything.
Oh, and try not to get killed.
I had an awful battle with some monsters over this way.
What are you looking at?
Go on without me. I, have to do something over here.
You know, I hate to drink alone.
If you're going to kill me, get it over with. Ha! Another of Helene's tricks. Let me go, then chase me down and beat me within an inch of my life. I'll chance it and make a run for Port Hunding. See how far I get. Word of advice. Don't let them capture you. If you can't get away, die fighting.
I want 3 more. Dial 'em up.
Choke and die, Sea Drake. I'll spit on your grave. I knew she wouldn't leave me to rot. Quick, untie me. The Sea Drake spent the past few hours breaking my fingers. I can't wield a sword, but I can still strangle a few on my way out. These Sea Drakes give pirates a bad name. Kill every last one of them you see.
A toast to drinking!
It right. My husband.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Thank the Eight! I thought I'd die in here! Helene came by not long ago. Told me to look forward to a public flaying. Then she beat me bloody, laughing the whole time. She's one cold witch! Stay away from Helene. She's a monster.
You're a welcome sight. I've rescued everyone but Crenard, Haerden, and Mikog. Any luck? Almost done then. Everyone's out except my first mate, Deragor. They've got him in the belly of Helene's ship. You'll find the keys below deck. Look for Deragor down and back. I'll be visiting Helene in her cabin, to thank her for the hospitality she's extended my crew. Come on up after you release Deragor. You should really say hello. Her cabin girl had a key. Poor little Bosmer lass. Barely any meat on her bones. I think Helene was starving her. She's on her way to Port Hunding now, and I'm one key richer. Good trick, that. Did I really disguise myself as a fern? Or did you see a fern because you weren't looking close enough?
And you are?
I can't promise I'll remember any of this.
And we couldn't stop laughing!
Who in oblivion are you? Yeah? Ha! I knew she got away! Helene said she was being keel-hauled and beaten, but I knew better. They don't call my captain crafty for nothing. Get me out of these ropes, and let's get out of here. Captain Larissa never leaves anyone behind. Make sure she's safe.
Wait. What have you... Did you poison me?
Oh my, Captain. Are you feeling okay?
I'll gut you like a stuck pig. Cut your eyes out.
Like
Roast
you did my crew? No. That won't happen again. Oh, she fell down. My, that felt good. Me? Did I do that? Her starving little cabin girl may have poisoned her drink. Who can say? Did Daragor get out? I'll just be going then. I told my crew to gather on the beach. Going to make sure they all made it out. Meet me there and we'll square up. Oh, it's yarn root. A very nasty local poison. It won't kill her. Not right away. It starts by dissolving the stomach lining, then goes from there. I'd love to stay and watch, but no time. You can stay if you like. It's actually her poison, kept for slaves who disobey. There's an antidote on the dresser if your heart bleeds enough. I'd feel mildly disappointed, but I leave it up to you. Meet me on the beach once you're done here and we'll settle up. Just watch your boots. She'll start vomiting soon. My crew's safe, and only a little bit tortured. I call that a win. Well, your choice. I hope the next crew she shipwrecks and murders appreciates your soft heart. The important thing is she knows I had her. She won't cross me again. Now, about our debt. What do I owe you? She's a bit too obsessed with old Faharajad for me, but I like her style. Seeing as I need a new ship, gold will come in handy. I'm in. Can't let what you did for us go unrewarded. See you back in town.
There you are. Do not panic. Only you can see me. Come, we have to talk.
We've got a crew to rival the legends. Time to make some money, don't you agree? Now we're ready for the real challenge, the heist. The target's Bosek. That slimy bastard's finally going to get what's coming to him. We're going to steal his sailing logs. His sailing logs are the key to our fortune, friend. They're the records of every ship that's docked here, every stolen cargo they've unloaded, and every illicit payment made to Bosek. Those records are worth a fortune to King Faharajad. They're written proof that Bosek has violated the King's order to stop raiding Breton shipping. With those papers in hand, the King can threaten to destroy Bosek if he doesn't stop. Absolutely. His envoy is on the dock now, waiting. As soon as we turn over the sailing logs, he gives us a fortune in gold. The trick will be getting into Bosek's palace, stealing the logs, and getting out with them. That's your job. First, you need a servant's disguise to get into the palace. The papers are in a lockbox on the top floor. Bosek has the only key. Slip this powder into his drink, then grab the key. The lockbox is always guarded. The guard's not bright, but he'll raise the alarm if anyone tries to open the box. Deal with him quietly. no stabbing. Lambor and I will have the ship ready to sail when you return with the papers.
Sitting here, Lavoro. We should head to Saintsport.
Why?
Oh, yes. Hello. This is fascinating. Did you know the Dwemer had devices to rapidly mince fruit? I can offer help with the guard, perhaps. You wish to deal with him quietly, correct? I removed this device from Clanker. When pressed, it produces quite the incapacitating shock. If you would test it for me, preferably on a living subject, I would be grateful. Let me know if there are any lingering effects. Twitching, mainly. I'm quite curious about the twitching.
Sitting here, Lavoro. We should head to Saintsport.
Why?
This waiting rots my limbs and wearies my mind.
Quite the motley crew, aren't we? She's right. You need a disguise to get anywhere near Bosek. Fortunately, you have me. Just say the word and I can have servant clothes waiting for you at the palace. My pleasure. Meet me outside the palace. I'll pick out something special for you.
I remain...
It's a wonderful day for a sailing trip, isn't it, friend? Especially if it gets me off this rock before Bosek chops off my head. Bosek keeps the key around his neck, cinched steel. I'll get the key off Bosek. Meet me out back. Get your disguise and meet me out back. Leave Bosek to me.
I've a thirsty blade. It's overdue for a drink.
Well, look who's come to pay a visit. Oh yes, try these on. I'm sure they'll fit you just right. In the meantime, I'll just continue my sweep of the palace.
Onsi's bones, what is it now? Shouted at you too, did he? He just went out back to carouse with the latest slatterns from the mainland. Best hurry up and refill his drink. You don't want him running out of drink.
Ah, my lowly servant. You're just in time. My dear friend, Headman Bosek, is sleeping off the attentions of these two lovely ladies. They are quite a handful, and an eyeful, too. Why don't you take the good Headman's key inside for safekeeping?
All hope seems lost.
Hello there.
My friend, welcome back. Do you have some good news? Here you are, Tharwab. The shipping logs that show Bosek's defiance of the King's decrees. Come on, it's time
The
to go.
king is pleased with what you've done here, as am I.
On your feet, man your stations. Prepare to sail. Finally, home to Betnik. I've missed my clan. Before we leave for Betnik, talk to the crew. Get familiar with them. It'll be a long trip. If there's one thing Master Kassan taught me, it's that knowing your ship and crew keeps you alive. Seems like you'd make a fine captain someday, but you'll have to find your own ship.
Captain Colleen took her time getting off this damned island. Doesn't surprise me. Orc problems aren't her problems. But we'd be stuck here if not for your help. I won't...
What do you want? Of course. I'll pull my weight, unlike Jakan. He's not getting near another woman until I'm too old to stop him. And we Altburn live a very long time.
When active, Dwemer spiders have an extraordinary capacity for learning. Now I have to stop Handrillium from teaching Clanker to bring him drinks.
Wonderful. Now I've been ordered to follow Naramo on another fool's errand.
Before we leave for Betnik, talk to the crew. Get familiar. Then we leave for Betnik, an orc island that hasn't yet joined the Covenant. I hope to change that. Lembor's happy to go home. She may try to thank you with ale. My advice? Make it to 6 mugs. You'll have a friend for life.